What are the biggest mistakes men make when they're rolling up on a woman? So you said, they might surprise them in some way. They might be shut down their personal space by getting a bit too close.
Yeah, we think most of them are overcompensations for their nervousness.
Interesting.
It's scary to approach a girl. And so there's generally two things that happen. One is the men hesitate too long,
Yeah.
and then they get weird and stilted. Like they start to think about, well, what should I say? I need a good opener. Like, okay, that line sucks. And oh, geez.
Yeah.
Oh, she's talking to somebody now. It's not a good moment. They get too in their head, which generally means they don't approach. But if they do, they're generally so like out of the moment and in their minds that their vibe is just off, and women reject the vibe because they don't come off open and confident.
How do I get the vibe?
You start to listen. It's like sales, man. The same approach isn't going to work with everyone who walks in your dealership. Some guys, they're going to need the real soft touch, and you need to keep a real big distance and not interfere with their own process because they're going to sell themselves on the car. Other people need a lot of hand-holding and a lot of guidance. And it's not obvious which customers are which when they first walk in the door.
Yeah.
You have to make some tentative bids and learn to listen to their response and be flexibly adaptive until you find where they're kind of starting to open up. Guy walks into a car dealership, says, hey, can I help you with anything? He's like, I don't know, I'm just looking around. That was not the right thing. He didn't even make eye contact. He's just like, fucking leave me alone. But if you were to say something like, I personally like it in blue, like that's kind of a surprising thing. And you might turn around, it's like, that's not what I expected you to say. I expected you to kind of give me the hard sell. And that created an opportunity for curiosity, which may have led to a moment of connection, which could potentially lead in the direction of an interaction, which can lead to a sale. Like it's very difficult to get a sale without the interaction. So you have to put out tentative bids and learn to listen to how people respond.
Okay, so the person selling the car would say, I personally like it in blue.
Potentially.
Okay, just as a way to...
I don't know, that just came into my mind. I
like it. It's quite, but it evokes curiosity because then I might respond, I only wear black, so I need something in black. But then at least you have a bridge.
One of the best pickup lines that I used when I was getting over my approach anxiety in San Francisco is I'd go up and say, hi, hey, how you doing? What brings you out here tonight? And I'd say, I'm actually trying to get over my approach anxiety. How am I doing? And that led to like, what do you mean approach anxiety? Well, I don't know if you know this, but it's gonna be really difficult for guys to approach women. Really? I had no idea. Yeah, it's a problem I help guys with that all the time. I figured I should probably get good at it myself. Well, what do you mean? What do you do? I kind of help people. It's interesting. And it's also vulnerable in a good way because it's revealing of my present moment experience. People sometimes think we have an emotion, then we act. Sometimes we act and then we have an emotion, right? It's like, it's not possible to get others to like you more by liking them more. That's one of the biggest errors in dating. And one of the best little strategies to increase interest is to ask other people to do things for you, because it takes advantage of this little cognitive hack that I just described. Stephen, you don't go out of your way doing favors for people. If I asked you a small but reasonable favor and you executed it, then consciously or not, you're going to think, wow, I don't usually do favors. I did a favor for Orion. He might be a pretty decent dude. Like maybe there's something to this guy because...
Give me an example. So if I say, could you grab that for me 1 second? And I point at something.
That's one of the easiest ways to do it. Sometimes it's just, I've seen it in pickup where you can just say, you're talking to somebody and be like, it's a little loud. Let's just step like 2 steps to the side. Just that 2 steps and complying with that reasonable request, it elevates unconscious attraction. It also is an opportunity to create what you might call a yes chain, which is related to foot in the door, which is you're more likely to comply with a larger request if I first get you to consent to a number of smaller reasonable requests first. It's not the only way, but it's one way to potentially undermine resistance.